Alright, in this video we're going to do some standard maintenance on an HHT35S Honda weed trimmer. And the reason I bought this is because it's a 4-cycle engine and not a 2-cycle. I don't have to mix gas and oil. Unfortunately, it costs about $400, but in my lifetime I've had, 4 or 5 Weedeaters, so they were $70, $80 a piece. So in my lifetime I already bought one. Anyway, so this has lasted quite a while. This is like my 5th or 6th year with this thing, and I'm getting ready to do some routine maintenance right now in my 5th or 6th year. Now, I don't have a lot of hours on it. It's not like I'm a professional and use it all the time, but I really like it. It always starts, always goes. We'll look and see how the spark plug is after all this time. And the air cleaner should be okay. It's kind of routine. There is one thing I do not like about this. Alright, that trimmer head is giving me a lot of trouble. It's not all that easy to recharge. I read the instructions every time. I think in my mind I do it the same way over and over again, and yet sometimes it'll just jam up and not function correctly, and I've got to take it off again. I've got to cut the line. It's all twisted and tangled and tied itself up in a knot in there. So anyway, I'd show you how I do it, but since I haven't perfected it yet, in my mind I do it the same way over and over again, but it jams sometimes. So sorry about that. As far as the engine goes, I love it. It always starts up first time. Never had an issue. I've left gas in it, from all over fall and winter to the next year, and not used it till late in the summer. Then I'll use it, 4 to 8 times in the summer, put it away, come back next year. I don't even drain the gas out of it. Haven't done anything. Put some more fresh gas in there, check the oil, fire it up again, off it goes. So anyway, I'm very happy with the engine. So for the routine maintenance, I'm only going to need 2 tools. I need a 5/8 inch deep well socket. This is a spark plug wrench, if I can say spark plug wrench correctly. And I'll need a 4mm Allen to take the top cover off. So it's just one screw, and we'll take that out, and the cover just comes straight off. Next we'll do the spark plug. Let's take a look at that. And what are we looking at here? NGK CMR5H. That's a spark plug that'll go in it, and it looks pretty good. The insulator is not too rich, definitely not lean, so I'm gonna just wire brush that up and reuse it, since it started and ran fine yesterday when I used it. So go ahead and do that. Next we'll check the air cleaner. So you just kind of squeeze these guys closed here. Just squeeze them and this pops right off. And okay, don't come off. Here's your air cleaner. It's just a foam air cleaner, and what you do is you just it looks pretty good for being as old as it is. It's not dry rotted. So I'm just going to wash this with soap and water and re-oil it. because that's what you do with these kind of spongy ones. Yeah, there's where the main filtering is, it looks like. So like I said, I'll wash it up and reuse it. And then we'll do an oil change. Alright, the oil change is a dump. There's no plug on here, so we are going to stand in front of the camera, remove the oil fill check plug, and then we just dump out the oil. Fun stuff. Yeah, nothing like being in the way of the camera. So, make sure that most of the oil is out. Don't need to get every drop out. Alright, I'll just clean off the dipstick and probably clean everything off. I'll probably use some soap and water, maybe even some spray. I don't know, carburetor spray or something. I don't know. I'll clean all the oil up. There's a lot of residue around here, around the air cleaner, because you know that's oiled to begin with to help catch the dirt. Oh, I see the inlet is right here. That's why the bottom was dirty. Okay. Now I'll just clean up the dirt and then we'll put it back together. Alright, pretty much got it all cleaned up. Saw a little bit at the top. I didn't hit it at the top. But I did notice that it was pretty tight. Yeah, it's really tight, so we're going to have to open that up. It's like 28 max. So I like to use these round gauges to kind of open it up, but then I'll check it with feeler gauges and see where it is actually. So let me see where I'm at. Wow, it was really closed. I can't remember if I dropped it or not. I mean, I'm sure I would have remembered if I dropped it on the floor or something, but I might have just set it on the table kind of hard. And close it up a little bit. That's 27. So I'm going to live with 27. Alright, we'll go ahead and put the spark plug back. Make sure I don't crush it closed again. Like I said, it was running great, so I'm sure it wasn't that tight. Put it in good and tight. It had a washer on there, so not too worried about getting an exact torque value. Let's see if it even has one. No, it just says an 1/8 to 1/4 turn after tightening. So, you know, you get it snug and then go another 1/8 or 1/4 turn. So that's her torque value. The Gutentite method. Alright, let me do the old soap, water, and oil on here and put that back in. Alright, for the air cleaner, what you want to notice is there is a hole right here and there is a post right here. So that's going to go together like that. And it's oiled up, you know, it's not dripping in oil, but it's plenty of oil on there. We'll put that back in. Since the air is coming up through the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and clean this. Alright, got that cleaned up a little bit, and we will put this back on. And it just closes right up. And it's can't read black on black, but there's an indicator that shows you how the choke works. We got our spark plug back in, our air filter cleaned. Now it's back to the oil. Alright, now for the oil. I have my 10W30 synthetic, and I have a little cup marked off with the 3.4 100cc mark. The HHT35S, is it 25S? Yeah, that takes less oil. It's 2.7 fluid ounces or 80 cc's. But this guy is going to take the 3.4 100 cc's. So 3.4 100 cc's. American, rest of the world. Okay, so let me put in my allotment there. So I have my dinosaur juice ready to go in, and you know, even though it says it's synthetic, it's still dinosaur juice. It's just refined a little bit more. So we'll just put that in, let it drip for a while, and then we'll cap it off and see if it starts. So put my cap back in. Okay, next we'll put the cover back on, and then we'll do an oil check too. Now this cover is kind of tricky to get it all on there nice and smooth. It has to be perfect. It has to be all the way on. Kind of have to hold it down tight, and then this screw typically, there you go, you hear it's like snap. There's a whole bunch of little places it goes into, so it has to like spread apart a little bit, and then this screw will be way up in the air. Can you see that? And then you can get it lined up. Actually had to turn it backwards to get it to line up, and then I just kind of snug it down. Alright, to check the oil, you check it. Get my arm out of the way. You check it by wiping it off. Then you stick it in without screwing it in and pull it out and check the level. Of course, it's new, fresh oil, so it's really difficult to see because it's more like honey than the black used oil. Or you can look here and see that it's right with the edge of the bottom lip hit down here. You can also do that. And that's in the manual too. They show the oil level is right in here. So it's to the top in there, like it's almost getting ready to spill out. Get that snugged up. Alright, the bulb is right back here. I usually just feel for it. Squeeze it a couple times. Should be gas in there. Yeah, I see a little bit in there. We'll go from stop to run, and we'll set the trigger. And it should start up. Alright, I'll set the choke. How about that? How about that? That was a nice idle. And I'm in the garage, so I'm not going to run it full speed, power, and pollute up everything. But anyway, that's the routine maintenance on the Honda 4-stroke. They're calling it a 4-stroke. Yeah, they're calling it a 4-stroke. Even though technically that's not correct, but that's what everybody calls it. So, thank you for watching.